Hello and welcome to the third session of Tangled Coasters, and today we'll be drawing one more coaster, right? And today's tangles would be Dream Catcher. Again, a tangle which Maria has used in one of her project packs also. And we shall combine it with Sand Swirl, a very common tangle, very commonly used tangle by Carrie Hune. Yeah, so we shall be using basically these two patterns today, and I shall start working on my coaster right away. So let us start with a broad reference. So I'm going to be drawing Dreamcatcher but not in a circle. Yeah, so I'm just going to draw it like it is just growing randomly. Yeah, so I have just added a broad outline like two curves just for reference. Yeah, and now I'm going to be starting to draw my dream catchers. So I'm just going to go random and start with these V shapes. As we know, it starts with the V shapes. Yeah, and then you complete this V with a by adding two more sides to it and make a square or a cube, then add this inner square and complete it by joining these two ends so that it looks like a cubine. Yeah, so that's the basic of Dreamcatcher, but we are not drawing it in a circular arrangement here, right? So I'm going to just draw it in any direction. So just going to go with the flow, and whatever spaces I have, just going to add my dream catcher in just about any direction. Yeah, again convert the upper cube into a cubine. Yeah, again I'm going to start like this, add a V, come down, complete the V, come down, complete the cube or the square shape, and then join the corners. Yeah, then again we can go in some other direction, probably like this. Again add the V, complete the V, go ahead and complete the square, ink one corner and join the ends. Yeah, simple. So I'm going to continue like this. Again come out here, come down right up to here, again one more line, complete the cube. So I'm using my black identity here and the finer tip. Yeah, again go ahead, add one more. So the surface is kind of rough, so pens can misbehave, so be patient, just cover it up for some time and then ink starts to flow again. So you can use a Posca black also, that will not trouble you, but then it's okay. Identity pens work just fine on MDF, so I thought we'll go ahead with that only. Yeah, so again one from here, a V, come back, another V, come back, complete the cube, add the corner and then join it. Yeah, another here, a V, come down, complete the V, come down, add the cube, ink the corner just like cubine, complete it. Yeah, you can go one this way, again come down, complete the V, come down. So just be patient, keep your cool, just enjoy your dream catcher just moving about in any direction. Yeah. Again you can draw one like this, add a V, come down, add a hidden one, complete it. And then just join it. Yeah, another one probably straight up here, draw a V, come down, again one more, come down. So such a lovely pattern just grows, so simple to draw. Yeah, so probably one here, small one protruding out, something like the tangle, I don't know what is it called, can't remember the name, but this is basically a dream catcher's version. Again going like this, a V, come down, again complete it, join it. I think we can add one or two here also. Yeah, like this, a V, come down, another V, come down. I think you now got a picture of how to go about drawing it. Yeah, and the last one here, I think these are enough. Yeah, so these should be enough of dream catchers. Now rest of the spaces, let us pick up our brown pen and fill it up with sand swirls. Yeah, so I'm just going to a simple tangle, start with a fescue, and then just keep adding auras. Nothing else. Simple pattern to draw and looks great on shading. So I have added 5 and I shall keep it to mostly 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Yeah, simple. So you don't have to think where what, just let it grow in any direction. Just go with the flow. Let it peep anyway from anywhere. Yeah, so I'll just zoom in a little so that you can watch it more clearly. So 1, 2, 3, yeah, so just continue like this. Wherever you find space, just fill up the rest of the space with the pattern sand swirl. Very simple pattern to draw, just auras. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so give me a little time and I shall continue with the same process, and you can draw at your own pace. There is no need to hurry. So this identity brown is also very good, just like the O1 brown that we use. Just that the O1 will get spoiled on MDF, so we switch to the identity to preserve the nib of our O1. Yeah, that's a delicate nib. So just going on and on. So I'm done with the exercise of drawing the sand swirls, and now, just like I do in a tile, filling up the small little spaces which are left in between with my brown pen only, so that it looks complete and uniform. So take that time and fill up the small little spaces that are left here and there. You may add 1 or 2 here, 4, 5. And then fill up the small spaces left. Yeah. So simple exercise. In between also you have spaces, so just fill up those with sand swirl. And still, if some small spaces are left, you can comfortably fill it in. Yeah, so I'm going to go on like this and complete the spaces. Either fill up or draw. Yeah, so done with that exercise, and we can now move on to shading, right? So I'm going to start adding graphite on one side, for all. So I've not drawn the line connecting the ends here at some places. Yeah. So let us now add the graphite. So one side I am going to darken, and the other side, by now you can guess, I'm going to highlight with white. Yeah. So pretty simple to shade a dream catcher, just like cubine. Add on one side. Yeah, and then on these areas of the sand swirl where lines are going under, so don't add too much because spaces are less. You don't want the entire background black, so just a touch, not much. Places from where lines are emanating, overlapping, would be a nice idea to highlight those spaces. Yeah. So doing just that, adding some graphite at places where lines are a small little area left here, so you can just ink it. Yeah. Yeah. Simple to shade also, because the lines seem to be going under, so the overlaps can always be highlighted. Yeah, let us get to shading now. So let's start blending. So just soften the graphite, darken one side, just like we would do on a tan tile or a paper. I'm exactly following the same method of shading, nothing new. If it was a normal white tile, I would do the same way. Yeah. Just that the surface is a little different here, so you need to just treat it a little before you start tangling on it. So Mod Podge is very easily available. It's a glue cum gloss cum preservative. Yeah, you can preserve your work, you can add gloss to your work in case you buy the glossy one. You can glue your work in case you are into some other kind of crafts. Yeah. So just blending, taking easy, smudging the graphite, avoid putting it on the black. Yeah, you can already see such a simple pattern. What beautiful look. Yeah, and I'm now going to smudge the other graphite in the sand swirls. Just a soft hand blend, not too much. It's nice to highlight the overlaps, so wherever they are overlapping, just add a little. Yeah, simple exercise, nothing great, just a normal way of shading, not doing anything extraordinary here. So just follow the video and you can create beautiful posters. Try patterns that come easily to you. Yeah, I think we are done. So now we can take up our chalk and highlight the other side. Especially on this line. Yeah. So I'm going to just add the chalk in this way throughout. So moving on to my sand swirls now and adding some highlight on these curves where lines are turning. Yeah. So just go slow and add highlights here and there where your sand swirls are curling up. Yeah. So I'm now going to pick up my other tortillon and start to soften. So just soften the chalk. You can add a little more wherever you think it's necessary. Yeah, so just softening the chalk. So continuing with the same exercise, softening the chalk on my sand swirls. Wherever you think you need to add more to that. Yeah. So you may want to re-emphasize the lines at few places. So it's a good idea to go back to the lines, especially the cubes, the dream catcher, and just redo the lines so that wherever shading has kind of faded it away, you can just redo it. Yeah. So take your time and just redo the line where you think it's required. Yeah. So I'm done with retracing the lines, and last but not the least, embellishing my sand swirls. Yeah. So start using your Posca and pick up one of the auras and add that dot to one of the auras of your sand swirl like this. Yeah. So pick up any one aura and just add those dots to highlight your sand swirls. Nice subtle background, but these add dots will highlight them a little. Yeah, so just take your time and add those dots to all your sand swirls. Yeah, you can add one or two here also. Yeah, so just so almost all the three coasters I have used these dots, and you can see how beautiful they look on tan. They really add to the look, and that's why it's a good idea to use them. Yeah, so fine little detail, simple little detail, and adds a lot to the look of your tile or your coaster. Yeah, so now that the Posca has dried up, I'm now again going to add some Mod Podge. So make sure your sponge is wet, and then add some Mod Podge. Yeah, and then place something below and just apply it, dab it. Yeah, and just pull it with a very light hand. Yeah, and we are done. Yeah, give it 2 minutes to dry up. So that is our final coaster for today after the Mod Podge has dried up. Yeah, isn't it beautiful? So we'll meet again with session 4 and draw another coaster together. Till then, have a good time, stay safe.